Hi, hello, this is Chachi and this is Fragments of Chi, where I believe we are all mosaics of fragmented energy. And if you are slowly rebuilding your life in your 20s or in your season of becoming, then this channel is for you. And I'm so glad that you're here. And for today's episode, I will be talking about what happened on my first day in Philippines when I went back home last November and surprised my family. But this time, it's gonna be a day full of errands and my flight going to Boracay. Of course, what better way to start your vacation other than eating? The very first thing I had to do when I woke up was to have pandesal dipped in Milo. As you can see here, I have been craving a lot of Filipino food that are inaccessible in Canada. And at the top of that list is pandesal. I also have been craving champurrado with powdered milk on top. And let me tell you, that craving had to be fed immediately. I also happen to be craving a lot of other foods such as puto bombong, bibingka, halo-halo, inasal, and so on this trip. I didn't care if I ate too much. You'll see me eating champurrado, and then after that we have to get ready and go to my nail appointment because I had to get my nails done at 9 a.m. this day. So I asked my father if he could drop me off at my nail tech's place. Of course, I'm not gonna get there without going through EDSA's traffic, and this is one thing I oddly miss. I decided to go with the ocean nails because we are going to Boracay. My nail tech was so nice and patient during this nail session, although I was really picky about it. And I'm gonna tag her below. My friend RK actually recommended her to me, so when I went in the Philippines, I made sure to book an appointment with her, and it wasn't disappointing. It was so good, and I happened to see Big Brother's place. I also tried to squeeze in my mandatory SM mall time. I made sure to do my errands on this day because I am so packed for the next few days. We're unpacking SM North. Jesus. Damn, after 3 years, I'm back. After 3 damn years. Literally miss all this action. We don't got this in freaking Vancouver. No freaking Vancouver thing. Oh, I miss this so much. I see a fucking meow, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm not with you. So. Been fucking craving Dunkin' Donuts since like forever. So, oh shit. I'm walking the exact same path as I do when I was younger, and probably like younger than 18 years old. And I'm literally 23 right now. Had all things that I could ask for, and I can't help but be thankful and be humbled about the idea that I grew up like walking the streets, and now the street is like kind of like seeing how I am now as a grown woman, and I just really love it. I love it so much. Satisfy my cravings. Talk about it not for. I also booked a hair appointment this day as well, and so we are on our way now. And they cut my hair. I had my treatment. I had my hair colored, and then they gave me some bangs, which was pretty satisfying. If you guys don't know, my hair was down to my bum when I got in Philippines because I barely cut it when I was in Canada, and this is it now. I had the really long hair at the time, and then now it's like down to my shoulders, or I guess up to my shoulders. But yes, this is how I did. Oh my god, my hair is so light. I feel so light. What the hell? I was really satisfied with how it turned out at first when it was like really flat, but then later on when I figured out that it wasn't gonna be flat all the time, it wasn't really like what I wanted, but surprise. This is the second time I've seen a Yao Yao and I still haven't gotten any. So I wanted to get it with me for the first time again. I'm gonna get it. And it's after my hair appointment, I made a spontaneous decision to meet my friends and have some hot pot with them. And yes, as I've said, it's sponty again. And mind you guys, this is all under the same day. I landed on the 17th at midnight to 18, and then this is all happening on November 18 alone. And yes, I was tired. And so these are my friends being surprised.
Okay, iyak, okay, iyak, okay. Walang iiyak. Ba't kayo nagsiiyak?
Then, yeah, I surprised my friends to a sponty hot pot date in Jiangnan or something, if I remember correctly. And we happened to meet Mark Mogan. We have to catch up for like 3 years worth of stories. So we had to stay there until 1 a.m. It was like open for the whole time. It was 24/7 if I remember correctly. Or they probably closed really late. But that's how it is in the Philippines, which is like a bigger culture shock for me back here in Canada. Because I can't see anything that operates 24/7 besides McDonald's. And as I've said, we had to catch up for 3 years worth of stories. And so I left at around 1 a.m. Quarter to 2, I had to go immediately to airport to go to Boracay on literally midnight of the November 19. So I literally just got here in Manila yesterday at like 2 or got home at 2 a.m. But I arrived here at 11:30 I think. And it's 3 fucking a.m. and I'm on my way to catch another flight, which is fucking crazy. Why am I doing this to myself? I just had an 18-hour flight last November 16 to 17. And then it's November 18 now, and I'm catching another flight. Why am I doing this to myself? What the hell? Okay, not gonna lie, at this point I thought I was safe because my flight's at 5:30 and then I got there at quarter to 3. So I basically have like more than 2 hours to get there from the bag drop off, all the way to my boarding. And I was waiting for my friend. I wasn't checking if there's like any line specifically for your flight, which was like that's how it is in Vancouver. Like if you're flying this airline and then you're going to this destination at this hour, you're gonna be called. But then like Philippine airports doesn't work like that. You have to look for your airline and then check in along with other people. Like you're in a general check-in terminal technically. So this is us 4 o'clock without any rush in our bones because we thought that like it's gonna be easy, but it wasn't. So we missed a flight. It's 4 fucking a.m. Our flight's at 5:15. We're at the back. We have no fucking check. Okay, that's fucking crazy. Airport fury in question. Okay, so while I'm showing you clouds, I'm gonna tell you what happened. My parents doesn't know this because they're gonna beat me into pulp if they know that I paid for this much in a missed flight. But we got there, or I personally got there before 3, and I was trying to check in. There was no way to check in. We tried the kiosk, I tried the online, I tried doing like the check-in, whatever. That was like there's a line, but it was so slow, so I just had to wait for my friend. And then when we got there, it was like 4 o'clock. The line, because apparently I was falling in line for the international, guys, what the fuck, international flight. And they didn't say that. There was like no signage, no whatever. And then apparently they were calling last call for our flight already, and they were calling it on the other side, which is the international flight, when we were falling in line in the domestic flights. And so Cebu Pack was just like, it was so unnecessarily stressful. They got so many people in line. People are falling in line 4 or 5 hours before their domestic flight actually departs. And so people who got there at pretty much the usual time that you should be getting into the airport, people are already lined up when they like have hours and hours before their flight. And so it's just making more people to their flight technically. But I guess that's on us for not considering that this is Philippines, and Philippines is not the best place in the world. So that's a little rant. And guys, I paid 14,000. We paid 14,000 for both of us for a missed flight and rebooking flights. So there's that, and it was really stressful and little did I know how inefficient Philippine airports are. And we encountered so many problems this day that I was literally so close to canceling the whole trip, but we landed in Katiklan. And of course, God loves us so much that we encountered another problem when we got there. And it's not the end of it all, guys. And then we got there and then didn't consider that there's no hotel transfer from our cloak that we booked. So we had to look up for a transfer from the terminal itself or the airport itself all the way to our hotel, which was really easy to look for in Klook. But then again, we had to wait for like an hour because we were looking at how much the price difference is. So we got here. As I mentioned, we booked our hotel through Klook, and the hotel itself is
we
called
booked from
Canyon
Klook.
Hotel and Resort or something. And it was really good. It was like on the station one area of Boracay, and if you know, it's like kind of like the scale side of Boracay. It was really nice. It was like a hotel with a mall on the basement. It was pretty good, but it's pretty far from an entrance to the beach, so we always had to get some sort of tricycle. So when we went there, it was a Wednesday on the middle of November, which is like the less peak season of Boracay. Especially there's like so many seaweed apparently around this time, but the time that we went there was pretty okay, I would say. And there's not much tourists as I was expecting, because the day that we left, which is a Friday, people actually came through. Like the Boracay beach itself is back during our trip going back to Manila, which was great because we didn't have to deal with all that. But pretty much my friend and I just went and had our dinner and then walk around the beach, and then we ended our day here. And that's how my first day in Boracay ended. See you guys in the next video.